Good evening. Welcome to WooTube. My name's Baran Woo, and today we have clickbait titles. Whee! Yeah. Hopefully, we can all take this with a pinch of salt. Good evening, Game of Droids. It is indeed an interesting title. Axu, very good to see you. Phil, I'm worried because you say woo the king. We had the king on last week, and it shouldn't say anywhere that the king's on this week. The king is not on this week. Please don't tune out because the king's not on. I know it's not the incredible stream that it is when the king is on. It should still be good. I still reckon it'll be really good. Yeah, I'm a bit worried that somewhere I've left something saying that I've got the king on today, but no. Let me. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So today, what we are gonna do is I'm gonna play a deck which I've been having a lot of fun with online. I'm just going to take my output gain down a touch. It's a bit heavy at the moment. And I've been having so much fun with this online. And it's been doing quite well to the point that more than one person has decided that one of the cards in this deck should be banned. Obviously my opponents and like when they had a what you could call a NP game against me. But this deck is built around Chastushka, which has 4 fists on the artwork. Hence the name. We are not doing anything more derivative than this. Whatever pulls stuff to post on GLC has a tendency to show previous titles. Oh, right. I think it... Okay, that's interesting about GLC because I'm pretty sure I'm going to check. Slack seems to always update, but sometimes I'm worried that I haven't given it enough time. We have that has not updated on Slack either. I think I was a bit too quick off the draw with changing the titles, which it unfortunately means that my clickbait title is getting 0 clickbait action here, like nothing, because the whole point was to do it wasn't the whole point, but I was going to do a nice clickbaity provocative title, not showing anywhere. Great. Anyway, Axu's got SBT eyes looking into this. Okay, clickbait on the VOD is good enough. We can clickbait some VOD stuff. So yeah, so this deck, it's called Fists of Fury. I've been through it was originally called Untold Protagon Fist, but that was a bit it didn't quite roll off the tongue so well. And it essentially aims to get to a game state where we're just going to play a ton of shishishkas. And I do mean a ton. We've had some games where we end up with like 28 cards face down in archives, and that's kind of rude. Turns out Shishka's quite good against certain threats at the moment because A, we're not trashing any cards, we're not accessing any cards, so we don't turn on Oppo. So there's a load of Oppo decks out there, they can't Oppo us. So they need to then do something else to win the game, which is fun. You can play it against Iceless Thule and just literally mill them out, unless they are very quick to be able to score. And most other things, like every deck is playing 3 Spin Doctors. That is not enough Spin Doctors for the amount of cards which you're going to sabotage with this. Axu, I will be publishing content like NSG printed what on a Biroid and 10 ways you can avoid PE players on JNet Casual. Nice. I don't think you have to avoid PE players on JNet Casual right now because like everyone, including me, is playing a buffer drive, right? So you just get just put a second buffer drive in if you're worried, and then just run everything, and you lose a card a turn, and you get your card back, and yeah, I don't know. I've really not cared about playing into PE recently. Like the grinder strats lose to buffer drive decks. They lose even harder to like Knobkery Imp decks, and if you've got both, then good luck. So yeah, this is the plan. Now, this deck does do something fairly specific in terms of this plan, and I kind of just pointed out buffer drive, but it's here for a very, very good reason. Actually, can you imagine? I was testing out the casual PU deck. Okay, I should probably explain this. So, Axu has made a casual PU deck so that he could just make it, and he posted it in the Tiebreakers Discord and said, "What cards can I add to this to make it even more grindy?" I mean, it's like every card you don't want to play against in PU, right? Quite funny. At least you're doing at least like 2 a turn then. Like you can still grind them out with PU through a buffer drive, I reckon. If they're playing a buffer drive and a levy, then good luck. So we are playing a buffer drive, and we're playing it for like quite a specific reason. Firstly, I mean, there's just the fact that it works with a load of our stuff, right? We're playing Patchwork, we're playing free Patchwork. Once a turn, we can trash a card from our hand, we gain 2 credits. That's incredible drip. It's even better when that card that we trash from our hand draws us 2 cards or gains us 2 credits. It's even better when we put that card that gains us 2 credits or draws us 2 cards to the bottom of our deck so that we can get it again, and we can get this inevitable cycle. It's even better when in the corpse turn, they trash a card, it trashes a card from our deck, it draws us a card. Sometimes that card gets us 2 cards or 2 credits, and then we put that to the bottom of our deck. Great, okay? So that's why we're playing the buffer drive, but there's another reason. Buffer drive is the one card in... Well, actually, there's technically a few. So you've got the Class Act, which would be one way of doing this, or Paragon. But these are all cards where you can stack the bottom of your deck, like what you're going to draw into at the end of the game. you did watch this deck play out. So one of my testing partners, Game of Droids, which is with Promethean Miles, has been quite into this deck, and actually I'm trying to get a time where I can do a VOD with him about this deck, and we maybe do a bit of a longer scale thing rather than just doing it um on a stream, because I think that like he's making some adjustments. We talked about this a little bit. Um, so yeah, this has technically already been seen on stream. His version was slightly different, um, but we're going to go with this, which is just the most pure version. Um, so what we're doing with the buffer drive here is we're stacking the bottom of our deck, and we're able to do that on our turn using patchwork, moshing, potentially Bankar, by putting a card that we want to the bottom of our deck. And we were able to do it on the corpse turn using Lago. Now, importantly, what we want to do is get to a state where the bottom of our deck is pretty much just Chuchushkas, Laborites, the strike funds, maybe a steel skin scarring, maybe like a sure gamble if we've had to trash it earlier, but like nothing else. And we can get to the bottom of our deck very quick because A, we're Hashiko, B, we've got free diesels, C, we've got free Lagos, we've got moshings, we've got raindrops. We're going to draw very, very quickly. Evening Cinderin, very good to see you. And Tanuki D, it is an awkward title. It's because we're going to be playing a load of fists this evening. But yeah, so once we've got to this point where like the end of our deck is like just the cards that we want, our kind of win package, and we're going to play normal Netrunner until then. This isn't like a pure combo deck. It just has this like end game 5-card win con. Once we get to there, we're going to be trying to land like 2 Chuchushkas a turn, sometimes 3, and then we're going to labor rights them back, and we're going to go again. And like we can do that. We can land 2 Chuchushkas a turn quite easily in terms of like the money, unless they are really iced up on HQ. And the other day I was landing 2 against like a BTL HQ. Like it's not an easy HQ to get into, and I was still like able to land 2 a turn twice in a row. Because once we get to this end stage, the first Chuchushka we're playing not just for free, but for +2 credits, because we're going to buffer drive it to reduce it down to 1 credit, but we're going to buffer drive a strike fund, so we're gaining 2 from that, and we're going to have a mystic on the go, so we're going to get 1 credit from that. So like we can play 2 Chuchushkas for a total of 1 credit plus whatever it costs to run through the HQ ice, and due to our breaker setup, turbine and the good stuff, it doesn't cost us much to run through the HQ ice unless it's something very, very specific. I do have a spare MU in matches where I don't want to play a second echelon, and I kind of do want to put a hush in here, and maybe we just go to 46 and we put a hush, and I might do that now. Because it's pretty good in this deck. It's good against border control. It's good against a lot of stuff which ends up on HQ protecting it. Okay, we will go with that. And I need to find my thing. How's everyone's weeks been? What have you been up to? Are people ready for round 2 of Fight Club? We could have a little look at the Fight Club lineups in a bit if people are interested. I'm going to try and stream a little bit of. Oh, I saw that Cinderin. So Cinderin, the US. If you haven't seen this, just I know I'm not like don't have the biggest US market, but some people probably are watching over there. They've just announced US like I guess it's not just US because it's Canada, so it's North America, and I understand what NANPC stands for. Yes, North American nationals, regionals. Like, what does NPC stand for? I don't actually know. But essentially like regionals. And funnily enough, a bunch of TOs in the UK there we go, North American Netrunner Players Circuit, which is kind of like regionals in a way, right? I think that's how I read it. And a load of a bunch of UK tournament organisers got together, starting the chat like earlier, like last year, and I probably can't. Well, I don't know. There might be regionals coming. I think people probably know that. I can't really. I haven't discussed what I can spoil yet, but there might be regionals in the UK. That's exciting. Definitely can't tell you too much more than that yet. I don't think. But yeah, both the sort of North American and the UK player base, we think there's a lust for the kind of the more regional circuit rather than just the COs and then the nationals. So yeah, very exciting. And more news on the UK side of things soon. But yes, if you haven't seen, I will see if while someone is getting this one up. Cinderin, do you want to send me a link for? Hopefully, it will show it in the chat or where, because you've got a really cool website. Maybe I can just search for it. North American Netrunner Players Circuit. God, you didn't make that one easy. This one, here we go. So this is all the places. Oh, you probably can't see half of that because my face is likely in the way. Is that better? Yeah, I think now you can. I think that's all of them that you can see. So I think they're starting up in Toronto, if I'm correct. Oops, someone joined and left. I need to set my settings so that I can hear if someone joins. Vancouver first, yeah. So there is a list on here somewhere, but can I just scroll down? Yes, I can. Here we go. So Vancouver, end of March, then Toronto in April, Boston, May, Twin Cities. Wait, what is Twin Cities? That's really bad that my American like geography just doesn't recognize that at all. That's my bad. Then Philadelphia, San Francisco, Seattle, Montreal, and Los Angeles. That looks pretty exciting. And Minneapolis. Okay. Thank you, Game of Droids. And there's more information here. We have a player. Oh, Soundworks. Yay. Not at all. Your choice. Like, I don't even mind if someone. Okay, well, let's say this. I was going to say I don't even mind if someone cues into me with PE, because like this is actually quite good against PE, specifically unless, and I found this out the other day, unless they have a Regenesis in the remote and you just give them a ton. Evening, Izzy. How we doing? Oh, it's at the Game Center. Very cool. I believe it is legit called the Game Center, not the Game Center. Right, can we do... Okay, we can legally do the cool thing here and like go patchwork. I think we're going to keep this. Seems good. I'll go to OTG, but only if I can put on a bad Minnesota accent the whole time. I reckon you can nail a bad Minnesota accent, Izzy. Okay, they have upgraded HQ, which I can only assume is an Angelique. We have our buffer drive early, which is pretty sick. We got Bankart early. I can do this and then Trash Fest. Gonna do the thing that JNet won't let me do, which is do this, and then I'll patchwork this. To install that. And last click run, because we always run last click. We're going to run straight into a snare. STS drone deployment. Good to know. Probably should have done that sooner, and then I could have actually stolen that using this cleaver. Also, maybe getting... No, running there's good. We get money. Tighten lips, smile a little. Talk with only the first quarter of your mouth. Say... Is it like... You bet you. Oh no, I'm not going to try it. It probably can also be my virus. Yeah, absolutely true. Okay, are we dieseling here? Kind of want to get this down. We could just go a bit slow. Did I not do +2? I did +2 actually. I must have done +2, otherwise I wouldn't. I wouldn't have been able to install the daily costs. Right? Oh, I should have 2 more. I did the... Yeah. I got it. Okay, that's cool. That means we can put the buffer drive down, patchwork something. So let's diesel first. They are good things. We are Chaschiskering Pub absolutely. So I kind of want both cleavers in hand because I think we are... I'm like a credit short here. I can put down buffer drive, take a credit, and then sure gamble. Feels bad. So maybe we don't do that. We like put down buffer drive, done. We'll do this patchworking. I think I want... Well, maybe we just shouldn't have put down the buffer drive thinking about it, because if we get rid of this moshing... that was maybe a mistake. Okay, so I'm just going to put the cleaver at the bottom. We'll put the cleaver at the bottom, and then we'll put down a banker. Oh, that sounds epic. Hultsum Pubbensubben was watching me play the other day and saw this deck in action. And they built a Tau deck with Chishka. Okay. Ooh. I mean, I'd probably be running HQ from the sounds of it. Let's Okay, they have a ton of money. That's probably fun. Yeah, yeah, you hate to ice HQ versus Tau, so I really like the inclusion uh of that. That seems decent. We'll call HQ just in case we draw like raindrops. We can draw first click. We can draw second click. Kind of want this. Let's run this Spin Doctor. Potentially run server 2. But now we can just do this, do this, do this. We want the laborites on the bottom of our deck, most definitely. We see an envelopment. They have drawn ice. We now know that they have envelopment, so we've got to be careful not to bank our into it. Right, we assume that's envelopment because they were really digging for ice. That is... Okay, so that's the SDS, so we're just going to put down this cleaver and run it. Hashika draws, casts, Bankar. I think we still call HQ. So let's draw. We could... I might want to keep that pinhole. Let's draw again. That's better. So we'll do this, getting rid of this. We won't add the patchwork, and then we'll run server 2. We'll steal it. There is a chance that we... So, although we kind of really just want to stack the end of the deck here, there's a chance that we stack a few more cards than we normally would. Because... This is maybe a bit risky, I kind of realise that. The other cleaver is very much at the bottom of our deck. Because this is a deck which cares about the amount of cards that we have in hand. Or not in hand, but in deck. It will try and grind us out. So we should be careful. She made me want to build a Chishka Tau now. Also, Chishka Steve is a lot of fun, but it's kind of like a cool idea, but when you can just play Steve in Hashiko and then you can play Laborites in Hashiko, you're like, surely it's just better in Hashiko. And it is. Shouldn't we have bottomed the patchwork as well? I don't think so at this point. Chastausch. Yeah, very good. I can't say it, but it works just about. We shouldn't bottom the patchwork. I mean, in terms of like the whole fodder idea, potentially against PE, we probably would. Against this deck, if they have, that's very good. Chaz Salonga. If they had more threat going on and they'd found some of their Doodah, what's it? Hostiles, then we'd consider it. But I don't think we just need fodder. We just need to draw to a point where we just are drawing into the good stuff. Ooh, value punitive. I mean, luckily we have a buff drive here. We just take 3. That's fine. We'll put back the... Tempted to put back the single pinhole, but I think probably just the gamble. Money's going to matter here. Let's do Hashiko first. Casts. Bankar, no server. Right, we can just start drawing here. Draw. That's good for next turn. I don't think we're going to get patchwork value here. I think we're just going to get these 2 down. because this is now like a draw pretty much every turn. We don't even lose a card because of buffer drive. We can stack our deck because of buffer drive, or we can just chuck it in the bin if it's an extra. That we will definitely put on the bottom. We now have our strike fund, which is perfect for next turn. So the question is whether we bankar this or not. It could be envelopment. I think we just don't bankar it. We just force a res. Let's draw. Buzzsaw's cool. So let's go server 5 now. Former carry. We could take 2 damage. Recur 1. Do quite like the cards in our hand. We'll just let that fire, I think, for now. We can end a run. We're going to run and get rid of this Spin Doctor. Like next time we can bank our through this, which is a much better way of dealing with it. And I think we just run to turn on Hashiko. I guess we're going to run next turn. So do we just go for value? If this is an Azief, I think I want to start getting my breakers down. So let's do this. Strike Fund. Put the Strike Fund on the bottom. That's a very important card for the end game. Next turn we'll like draw a couple and we'll just bank off through this and we only lose 1 card. Hello, J Merry. How you doing? It is quite the stream title today. We are trying to play as many Chishushkas as we can. But we're going to try and play them all in like a couple of turns. So you're not going to see me play any for quite a while. Or not quite a while, but until we get a bit closer to the end of our deck. And then we're going to like slam HQ with 2 a turn for multiple turns in a row. Yes, please. Echelon, we'll put that on the bottom. That's for sure. Okay, Dirty Laundry is pretty good for next turn. We could go through here. This looks like an Angelique now. Ooh. Well, we'll definitely go and try and pick up that, because that looks like the last Spin Doctor, I would imagine. We'll say HQ. We can draw. We could go HQ here now. Getting rid of... They can't res an ice and whatever this is. Is it better to run the archives, or is it better to run what is, I assume, Spin Doctor? Maybe we run this in case it's an Azief. Not an Azief. Whatchamacallit. Let's go here first. Now we're going to challenge HQ. We will use one of these. Don't think there's anything particularly nasty here. Like Afshar is the worst. And if they res that, then they can't res the Angelique. Okay. That's fine. We lose a card, but we'll bottom it. We'll see a card from hand first. We see an SDS. I think we probably steal that. Because we're on like a lot of points. We're going to put the turbine back because we're fine for money. We'll trash her. And then we will draw a card. I don't think there's any way we die to Punitive. We could die to... We can't die to Double Angelique because we have Steel Skin in hand. Yes, please. We won't put the patchwork on the bottom. We now have double steel skin in hand. We can probably just run this now. I would assume we can just run this. This could be Daniela. If it's Daniela, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. We could just start hitting them with Shishkas. Do we want to go and win here? Do we want to be mean? I think we're gonna. I want to show off the kind of win con of this deck, so we're gonna like start doing this. Will Daniela does change the numbers. I will put the steel skin in the bottom, and we'll use one of these because I can't steal the City Works without bottoming 2 cards as well. Yeah, it's a cost. So it would be an extra 2. See where they go from here. From the top of from the top of R&D, which suggests that HQ is pretty good to go. Oh yeah. The sniper, yeah, the sniper wouldn't matter here anymore. We assume this first one's the sniper, Angelique. I think that the only thing that you put in this server. Whoa! Yes, we will draw 2 cards. Thank you very much. I guess that fires. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna see a virus. We'll trash him a virus. We could go back. We could run R&D, run archives. I feel like we should have just gone back to hand, but GG. Looked like a real rough start. Would the damage from access hit? Yes, it's hits first. So this is like I might quickly point this out because this is actually very very rude. I also just need to cool. I mean, I'm mulled into no ice, 2 agendas with an agenda on the top. Oof. Yeah, I probably should have just been challenging HQ early. Wanted to get my late game set up. Bam. Eternal. Yes, Dane. Let's play some Eternal and then we will come back to this deck. Because I have plenty more of this to play tonight. Thank you. Right. Leave this one. Right, Dane, turn the stream. If you're listening to the stream, turn it off because I'm going to bring up the decks which I'm going to play right now, but I need to do it in my other one. We will come back to Chichishka Hashiko, do not worry. So I think today I'm going to play this deck we'll start off with, which is Fast Break R+. I think I've done this on the stream before, but Warlock pointed out this card, which is my answer. I now have an answer to Aaron Moron, which otherwise the deck completely loses to. So we're gonna see if that works. It might not. Sometime. Oh, if you're at all interested in Eternal, or even if you're not, I whacked a load of Eternal games up on my stream just the other day. So go and check some of them out. We are playing here against Wizard. Like have fun. This is not a great opening hand. So our plan here, yeah, this is like a super fun archetype. Like, you may have seen this before. This was kind of a standard build. It probably was J Mary. I just didn't play much back in the day, so I didn't actually know. We're just going to go like this for now, so that we don't get like doofed. Hello, Page Piper. Okay, they're on crowdfunding. Yeah, so you might well have seen ooh, this in standard fairly recently. Oh, David, are you Soundworks? Ah, that makes so much sense. We can just feed them a new team here, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this in standard was already a like pretty good deck. Their name is Kikai published it. And essentially it just looks to kind of wheel out a combo using Arella and using Sansan City Grid. We can do this. Kind of want the oracles in the bin. Put at least one in the bin. Do we protect this with a VSA or oh my gosh, they've got an MK and a Black Orchestra in the bin already. That's pretty rude. That makes VSA actually it's still 3 credits to break a VSA. Oh, that's like the same as the Starlit Knight. So actually the VSA's I guess the Starlit Knight's better on the inside. Something to bear in mind. So maybe we go Starlit Knight here. It's going to cost 3, 2 and then 3. So 5 for them to break this, 5 for me to res it. They get in, maybe I oppo them. Throw out one of these. Yeah, I'd love to get a team sponsorship in here, but you just don't have the kind of clicks to be able to set it up. They're running the bin. That's great for us. They're going to take a tag. We will do no further actions. I think we might draw here. Let's draw 2. So this is the card which makes this even better. Dan, particularly pay attention. That's fine. We're not trying to kill him. You'll know that this deck had like this real wacky way of giving the runner tags and then scoring out freedom of informations with because they had like a tag, so the freedom of informations were 3/2s instead of 4/2s. Or if they're taking a load of tags, then they were 2/2s. Even better. With this, we give them 2 tags. We install a freedom of information using a relic. It comes in with a counter on a Sansan. You immediately score it. Absolutely beautiful. Now, unfortunately, we've drawn both our Arellas very early. We're going to have to put one in here. So I think we just go like Arella in server 2, VSA in server 2. And then we could Oppo. Maybe we Oppo. Slows them down. I don't really need to land a big Oppo, and then I can return the Oppo, so I'm going to go for it, and we'll just gain 2. Uh, Slightly all-in turbo sports. Yeah, this is like a very, very ugly deck if it really gets going. We have got like a good hand as long as we can find a Sansan and a little bit more money. We might immediately Jackson these back because they're all very, very good. I think we will. We also want to do that before. Stock buyback is great. We might just. We might score out 1. Let's draw 1. Uh. Hmm. We need them to pick up some more agendas here. I kind of now want the news team in the bin. Maybe we put some agendas out. Bad memories in a card. Yeah, SBB. Yeah, this is kind of gross. I think we might. We could put breaking news out. Because if we draw into a freedom of information, then we can like wheel pretty quick. So I think we do that. And then we'll take credit and we'll throw out the Oracle. Yeah, I probably should overwrite the team, but I also want them to run it, but maybe they're just not going to run it. Okay, they do run it. Excellent. There we go. Even better. We wasted a click as well. Yeah, that makes sense. They want to make free runs because they have crowdfunding. They're going to take an Oracle Think Tank. Now we can get a lot of stuff here. We might draw 2 SBBs. Very disgusting. They remove the tag. Makes sense. If we draw into a freedom of information, we can probably just score 3 points, gaining the money back from most of it. Pretty gross. They have a nerve agent. Wild. Do we need to turn off these like crowdfunding runs? I don't think so because we're just going to put a news team in the bin. That kind of turns them off. So I think we can go like a tiny bit slower here. So we'll put this on HQ. We'll put the CVS on HQ in case they put down a medium at some point. And then we'll play... Oh, maybe we actually don't do that. We just take a credit. Because I want to throw out this one here. Okay, 18 credits is like pretty much all we need. Blue Moose. Makes sense. Page Piper like giving them Blue Moose extra Blue Moose fuel. I like it. Like they're definitely going to have money. Luckily, we're probably just going to go too fast. Okay, that's potentially good. We'll draw 3. We've got a fast break, which might be good enough. I think we go VSA into Starlit Night. We'd love an IP block here, actually. Where did I put that IP block? I put it here. Wrong place. Because I haven't got a paperclip yet. maybe we just go Starlit Night here because this is going to have like a ton of subs very soon once I start wheeling stuff out. So let's just go like, no, I need to put one on HQ, on R&D even. We'll put this on server 2. We'll not be able to play the thing that I thought we could play. We'll put it on the server with the fast break next turn. That's what we're going to do. Do we want to throw out an Arella? Do we want to throw out 15 minutes? Not massively. We will just throw out the CVS. Like, I don't want to throw out the Arella in case they happen to run the server and crash it now. Okay, money, money, money. Cipher. That's annoying for our ice. They draw. Hopefully next turn we can pop off here. Let's go for it. We'll draw 3. This is good. We can pop off a fair bit here. Not quite as much as we want to, which is a shame. So we'll choose server 2. We'll put Sansan in server 2. We'll put... Oh, stupidly, I've got a thing in there, haven't I? I've already got an agenda in there. We'll put this on server 2. We could put the other Arella in there, but I think that's incorrect. So we do done. We didn't draw our one of Vovo, which is a bit of a shame, because... No, that's fine. His text is irrelevant right now. We'll res this. We'll res this. We can go advance. Score. Should give you 2 tags, and I should get a chance. Well, this is fine. We're going to put just the post-truth in there. Server 2. We'll draw 2 cards. Excellent. Okay, so this is where we really, really pop off. Okay, so they currently have 2 tags. We now score this for nothing. Doing post-truth to draw a card. Installing the breaking news in server 2. We score this to install the freedom of information in server 2, scoring that for nothing, putting in the post-truth in server 2, scoring that, drawing a card, and then we'll give him another 2 tags just for the sheer fun of it. That one popped off pretty nice. I love the page Piper deck. Bam. We score 7. We could have scored another 2. Yeah. You actually drew exactly what you needed to contest it quite early. Well, funnily enough, Rumour Mill doesn't help that much against this deck. It deals with the Arella, but it doesn't stop the Sansan because it's not unique. And you can normally just score out, like, you've got so many 2/1s. You have 7 2/1s in this deck that you just, like, if they play Rumour Mill, you're like, I score an agenda, and now we carry on. And sometimes, if you're scoring a breaking news, you don't even necessarily need the Arella. If you've there's ways of doing nonsense. Evening Augustus, yeah, worked very well. I'll make the other side. I was planning on building a new runner, but I haven't. So I think we're just going to play Aaron Sana again because it's been doing very well for me. And then we're going to get back to the fisting, by which I mean Shishka. We are not doing anything other than that tonight. Apologies. Right, we're playing against ETF. We've got Joy. Oh my gosh, this is like the sickest opening hand. Is there a way to score in the fast break pour so we don't get got by CV? Maybe. What's the counter? Aaron is a pretty good counter. I mean, Clot. We've got one. If you've got like Clot, especially if you've got Clot and the resource, can't remember what it's called. But anyway, I am okay. Moons, fair play. I am absolutely loving this opening hand. This is so ridiculous in terms of the way that opening hands go. They do Ice HQ. That is a shame. So we might take this a tiny bit slow. We could challenge this Moons. What's the worst that this can be? Okay, that's probably great because I don't think they can res this ice unless it's vanilla. And we need we need 4 credits to deal with vanilla. So we might take a credit, hot pursuit, and then put down the hyperdriver. And then next turn we can joyride. Ablative, potentially rude. We'll do this. What does Aaron do? Oh, well, it just like they get a million counters on Aaron with this deck, so the runner just tends to win before you have a chance to stop them winning. It's more the issue. We can sometimes score 7 in one pour, but also if they're on Aaron, oh, this is annoying. If they're on Aaron, it means that they just take the tags from. Oh my word! All sorts going on here. Okay, do we challenge this with a joyride? I think we do. What's this gonna be? They have like a lot more money than we think. It's worth bearing in mind. We could challenge this first. I think we want to go here. I guess maybe we should nuke it first, just so that we can try and draw into a slap vandal, so we don't have to SMC this. Oh my word! Sick. Thinking. This looks very much like a deck I built for. Okay, this is like a really cool combo. We're gonna have to deal with this, and we can't slap vandal it. We're gonna have to do this the hard way, which is Eula. We can't also hush it, which is a shame. They're going to pop this so that we have no money. They're also going to be on pulse. Luckily, we have a hush. But yeah, this is such a cool combo. So you can play Highline Grid with Pulse and with MIC, and you can just drain all of a runner's money like immediately. Card from deck. Ontological. We kind of have to trash this now, but we're so far away from playing a hedge fund then. Maybe we draw into like creative. They're also trying to do core damage to us, which is terrifying. I think we have to trash it. Do we have to trash it? Yeah, I think we have to trash it. Maybe we can hush this and then we don't have to trash it. Hmm. They're playing real ice, which is a problem. Like, it's just, this is such an issue for us later on. We'd have to draw into our one hush. Not looking great. Film critic. We've got tags, so it's not. We'll. Get this down, and then we'll take a credit throwing out film critic and what? I think we throw out an indexing right now. As bad as it is. The deep dive is potentially better. Oh, maybe we should have indexing this. No, we didn't really have the money for it, but it's just it's free to go through. Mason Bellamy. I'm almost certain we're going to see a Mason Bellamy. I think I just have to take a credit because I think annoyingly next turn is going to be like take 3 credits and gamble. We're going to get rid of a film critic and we'll get rid of a deep dive's more expensive right now, but it's probably how we win. Maybe the indexing was better. Maybe. Tricky. Yeah, greasing the palm could well be in here. I would be playing greasing the palm if I was on any purple deck. Luckily, they're like actually too poor to play greasing the palm. Okay. Fun. Okay, so this is a good reason to get rid of indexing. We might need to challenge this moons this turn. So, are we popping this hyperdriver now? Don't think I really want to. I think we gain a credit. We run the moons. I assume they pop it. I kind of hope they do because we haven't got the money to pop it. And then we're just going to take 2. And we'll see where they go. This does look like they're setting up some kind of death server. Wedgon, how you doing tonight? Whack in a good way or whack in a bad way? And we'll get back to standard very shortly. Do not worry. We do have plans to play more standard tonight. I'm like, these players are so poor. And so yeah, this is the thing. Like, you kind of need a surprisingly small amount of money to do some really nuts stuff in Eternal, which is kind of crazy. Right, we will pop this now. Oh, RFG. That. Not credits 1, 2, 3. Okay, click 1 is hit Nuka. Aaron is good as long as we can find an agenda now. Then we can clear our tag for free. Astrolabe's probably going to be great in this matchup actually because they are doing stuff. We can get through here for 2 credits. If it's a Mason Bellamy, we should do it before we're poor. Let's do this. Got a Slap Vandal now. Let's install Aaron. We're going to run HQ. I'd love to steal. We're going to... I think just... yeah, this, and then we'll remove a tag because I do want to keep my Aaron. I want to keep him around. Good whack. Yeah, I think so. Okay, perfect time to get down an Aaron. Oh my gosh, they're on Stegodon. Oh, hell. I was expecting pulses. I wasn't expecting unlimited pulses. Okay. Do we want to draw here? We might want to draw. We might just be able to deep dive. Have I got a way of? Let's draw one and see what we get. Oh, we get a diesel. Do we want to try and deep dive this turn? No, I want to set up for a better deep dive. Well, that's a way of getting a better deep dive. So we want to get this in the bin. So we can draw again. Hush is amazing. That's exactly what we need. Throw this out. We might not have enough money to deep dive here. I hadn't considered that. How much does this thing cost us? Should I not draw a card? Oh, creates a server. This isn't creating a server. Wild. Okay, so we could run this putting Hush here. They can Stegodon, what, the Gatekeeper? We know that this is an upgrade. Running last click is bad. Yeah, so this is why I was playing MIC. I'll pull up the Eternal deck, which I built for Andy because it's a lot of fun. We could. I think we need more money, which is a problem. Maybe we challenge this. So. No. Action at start of run. Ablative, that's fine. I think the fact that they're rezzing that now means that they really want to protect this. So we will install a Slap Vandal, run it. Oh, we can't do that. We don't have the MU. I don't want to lose the Hush. Probably should have popped the Hyperdriver. Let's draw one. We've got another Slap Vandal. Okay, we can draw. We can't quite Joyride. We can draw. We need money to do this indexing. MU is a problem. We could run HQ, try and force some money. Possibly bad. Let's find out. Okay. Yeah, running last click. What an idiot. They're obviously on Ikawa. We can throw out this Joyride. We can throw out this Aramaron. The Joyride would be good, but we just don't have the money. If they score... What do we care if they score, actually? We get free draw. Actually, now we have to, like, manually move this Hush around, which is a shame. Okay, so now we probably go and check this. We'll Pop for hyperdriver. That is our last hyperdriver. If we run here, if we run here with Out of the Ashes, have we taken our clicks yet? Do we have any clicks to lose? When your turn begins. Is this before or after we've taken our clicks? It's after, because we've clicked take clicks. Well, we're gonna have to pop this now, because we need MU. No. So let's go. No, I want to save the Out of the Ashes because we're mainly. That's exactly what we want. We don't know what this is yet. If it's a magnet, could be bad. Oh, that's quite bad. So we can save a click. We could just click through this. Click, click, click. This is once per turn, right? They've used it once, so we can potentially check these servers now. If we install the Slap Vandal on it, we probably want to Slap Vandal on it anyway. We do have one Eker. Or we end up with like 3 Slap Vandals on this MIC. Actually, that might be... that might genuinely be the way. Thinking. No, we do have a way of dealing with this, which is this Euler, although... oh, it's going to be expensive, isn't it? Is this each installed? Okay, so our icebreakers at the moment aren't installed, which is great. So let's Slap Vandal this. We'll continue to encounter it. We'll break one of them, which will be this. We'll break... We don't have 2... No, we will have 2 credits. We know they have an Icar in hand. So I think we break both. Steel and ontological, that's perfect. We could deep dive this turn. Run, dive. How much does this cost to get through? 1, 2. Quite a lot. Too much. Let's let's run server 4 because we're like a bit worried about what this is. False lead, excellent. Works nicely. So then maybe we can just indexing for the win next turn. Let's draw for a creative commission. Click Aaron. Ooh, that could be next turn. That could be next turn. Kind of want to keep most of these cards in hand. So we could put both the other Slap Vandals on this Ansel. That's actually a play. Is we install both Slap Vandals. I guess we do one during the run, so that's fine. So maybe we do this here. This is wild, and then we're gonna click this to move it here. Next turn we might triple Slap Vandal through this HQ ice. Then run R&D, possibly with an indexing. That's fine. Overwrite Euler, probably a good idea. Hadn't considered that. This is going to make these -2 strength, which is fine because this is they also don't have anything to res. Remove Out of the Ashes. Yes. We need to if we're going to do this play. So we'll run archives. We'll let them Stegodon if they want. We'll do this in here. We will Arasana third slap and oh, this is ludicrous. This is absolutely ludicrous. 1, 2, 3. We kind of have to win this turn. Luckily, we should be able to. Oh, I should have trashed this, shouldn't I? But there we go. I think we're gonna have enough money. We see a border control. Yeah, that's one hell of a slap. We probably indexing here. Hush turns this off. It's going to be 1, 2. It's going to be a fair amount of money, but I think we've got enough. We'll break 6. Oh, that's fine. That's much better than I had assumed. Crisium! Oh no. Oh no. That's actually a problem. We kind of have to trash it. Oh, there's Arika. That's a way better way of getting through Ansel. We have no hop shoots left. Sugar. We can click once to find a creative. We don't. Oh, we don't win with notoriety next turn. Click again to find a creative. We don't. Gain a credit. Wow. What a clutch Crisium. What a clutch Crisium. Okay. We're like really low on money now, which is a big, 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 big problem. Probably. It cost us 3 credits to get through HQ though. So I'm gonna need to get up to gamble levels. Second steg is false lead is potentially very rude against us. Yeah, I don't think you missed a shuffle, so I think this turn we draw 1. Okay, we've got creative, so we can bounce back nicely, which is good. Is it better to? I can't like eke this as well. I mean, this is one way of breaking an Ansel. Found it. That was such a clutch Crisium. Nearly wrecked me completely. 8 agendas in the top 15. I mean, I guess you have 2 full sets of free ones. I love the idea though. Rough versus Aramaron. Okay, so yeah, when to gone with the real reason we're not doing that. It's far too reasonable. Yeah, they must have had more in HQ. because we hit a border control twice, and it sounds like most of HQ was agendas. So that's cool. I'm gonna. Uh, thanks for the games, eh? Join the stream. I'll show you my deck with this idea. Um, yeah, so for Worlds, me and Augustus were busy building Unstoppable IG, uh, the very much overshone busted deck to be shown at Worlds. But in the meantime, quite a lot of my Bristol chums needed Eternal decks to play because they were playing Eternal on their teams. And I was chatting to Andy, 6010, who originally wanted to play Fule. And I said, well, I've come across this pretty cool little combo where you can play Heinlein Grid and Pulse, or Heinlein Grid, and in this case, Thule, to rob all of the credits of the runner. Pretty cool. He liked that idea, and I was like, right, well, what can we do once we've robbed the runner of all their money? And Andy went, punitive them? And I went, yeah, maybe. Like, that seems to work. But then we realised that if we're playing punitive, then Thule doesn't really work. So I put this together because it means that we can play Vacheron, which is my favourite punitive like enabler agenda. SSL. We're not fully on the punitive here, but if the runner overextends, then they definitely get punitived. We're playing CI, so we're going to have like loads of cards in hand. We're playing Your Digital Life. I guess this is maybe a version which I must have changed to put a counter current in here somewhere. Maybe there was. I know that we put a current in because obviously we get like quite badly turned off by employee strike. But yeah, we can play Your Digital Life for like a ton of money. It's also a transaction, and when the runner has no money after you have Heinlein gridded them and res the pulse, or popped off an MIC, or used a Mason Bellamy, then you can use Brian Stinson to replay all of your ridiculous transactions like YDL and ultraviolet clearance and violet level clearance, etc., etc., or just a hedge fund for a full 9 credits. So we get a ton of money, and then essentially you can just like push out and your agendas behind a Heinlein grid with an MIC or something. If they steal it, they're going to get punitived. If they don't steal it, then you just score out. Simple as that. But yeah, really, really, really fun. Okay, let's go back to what we're here to do, which is the name of this stream. So, we played one game so far, did pretty well. For those of you joining recently, let's... I realised that my sodding face was over the last deck, wasn't it? Like, you couldn't see the entirety of one side of the screen, which actually had all the fun stuff. Okay, I'll quickly go back, because that's really poor show. So, 2 seconds. Okay, just so that you can see it. Here we go. Now you can see everything in there. So we have punitives, YDLs, all the good CI stuff. One shipment from Mirror Morph, which I think that probably got taken out to put in a current, counter current. Oh yeah, and then we've got a load of money. So if the other option is we just big deal out like the points. It's easy, right? We got archive memories to bring back the big deals and bring back the other stuff. Arc Lockdown to deal with Clot. Brian Stinson because he's disgusting. One CVS to deal with the whole fast advance threat thing, and then the Highline and Mason Bellamy, which work very nicely together. I played one Magnet just in case they were on Parasite. And that's it. Malia turned off whatever it turned off. What did it turn off? Whatever I thought was the biggest counter to punitive, which I can't think of what it was. But I know we needed Malia to not lose to. Oh, also it turns off Film Critic was quite a big important thing. Okay, back we go. Da, da, da. Cool. So for those joining, yeah, Citadel, that's the one. That's the card I was thinking of. Thanks, Wentacon. For those joining recently, this is what we're doing today. We are drawing to the end of our deck, and at the end of our deck, thanks to our buffer drive and the combination of Patchwork, Lago, some Moshings, etc., but mainly these two cards, we're going to draw into just a bunch of Shushushkas, a couple of Labour Rights, and a load of Strike Funds, maybe a little bit of money, but like we normally don't need it by that point. And then we're going to hit like Shushushkas over and over again, at least 2 a turn is the the place that we want to get to, because when you're hitting 2, like when you're doing Sabotage 8 in consecutive turns, that's when it gets really, really rude. If you're just sort of doing a casual 4 here and there, it's like, that's fine, I can deal with that with a Spin Doctor. But all of a sudden, you're doing 8, then 16, then like 20 something. Very, very brutal. Oops. Sorry, meant to select runner. Is that okay? Cool. We're against Prav. Thanks, Augustus. God. We mulligan this because that. Wow. Wow, that's a really awkward opening hand unless we draw into exactly a Patchwork very soon and some money. This is a way sicker director to take the deck. I just made something reg. I see Orca has that. Yeah, we were meant to be playing Orca. I'm sorry. Basically, I started making that Orca deck. Well, I guess we're doing this. Shishka can go to the bottom. It's good for next turn. Maybe we get the Mystic down now. I kind of want to run with Hashiko, but I also obviously don't because it's Prav. Fine. Next turn we can do this, we can sell this for this, blah, 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 blah. I am blameless. I told people not to play the deck. Well, that worked so well, Augustus. Because I have played against so much Prav, like this week. A fairly ludicrous amount of Prav. We'll trash this card. We'll put the Dirty Laundry to the bottom. We'll run HQ. We'll hit a snare, and it will all be over and done with. Rashida, which we can't trash. We'll just draw 2. So that we don't die. Do we die? Forgot about that. We could just die. Oh! I think we're dead. No, we're not dead, but we did lose a Patchwork. They are on Orbital. Orbital sighting. I'm already a fan. Yeah. People who know me know I love playing Orbital decks. Okay, Diesel is good. We could install Steve. We don't have Patchwork anymore. kind of forgot that we don't have patchwork anymore. So we might just have to clear the tag. Maybe we draw. Maybe we just remove the tag. Draw one, remove the tag, install Lago. Draw one. Gamble. No, we'll play that next turn. We're going to use all of these juicy credits to play it next turn. Because then we could gamble, install Steve. We're not great in terms of our Steve value right now. Sure. We'll put a Buzzsaw to the bottom because we haven't drawn one yet. We could challenge this ice. Okay, let's play this for a ton of money. We'll check server 1. This man is braver than me, but 7 fly effects does seem like a game move. That can fire. Moshing is potentially very good for next turn. Do we want to flip Hashiko? Do we want to give them Prav value? Next turn we can Moshing this. I want to run all 3 of these if I'm going to run anywhere. Yeah, we can do all of these and then we can buffer the DJ. Or we buffer the cast next turn. No, let's get some drip going. Tricky. This is a thing, like, Prav is, like, interesting. Any corp that allows you to potentially just sneak out a unprotected Rashida is always worth looking into. 1, 2, 3. Steel skin for 2. Put the DJ on the bottom. Okay. Now we run server 2 because we can still we can't clear enough tags. I only just realized that. They're letting us. Sure they are. Do we trash? What's the worst that this could be? Flying the wall onto another retribution? Better citizen program. Disgusting. Oh dear, we have a lot of run events. I mean, our entire game plan is based around run events. Also, we need to be able to get through this ping at some point. That could be rough. Right, let's find... that's great. So we either... The pinhole is pretty good here. Like to have in hand. So I think we might... it's tricky. We might play... Let's draw off this. Put the steel skin to the bottom. Oh, yeah, that gives us a tag. Right. Might have forgotten about that immediately. Nah. I've drawn now. Well, I guess we're removing the tag. What are we throwing out here? I think we might actually be throwing out the pinhole then, because this gives us a tag. Well, we don't need to draw an event next turn. We have an event that we can play. We'd love to draw a gamble next turn, though. We'll put laborites on the bottom. That's not what we wanted. Well, that's a problem. Let's draw. If we draw again and we draw a cleaver, we can install a cleaver gaining 2, and then we can run this. We'll end up with a tag and very little money. If we don't draw a cleaver, then what are we doing? Playing one of these strike funds and selling one of the strike funds to our daily casts. One cleaver in not very many cards. I guess maybe we should have buffer drived out the cleaver here. We did not draw the cleaver. Is it the Bologna? It's not, but it could be. Oh, it was just a straight up trap. Very rude. So Shishka could be good, but will give us a tag. Okay. Let's draw one. Let's diesel. Alrighty. So next turn we could install both of these, which I think is good. So here we just play for the money because otherwise we're going to end up with a tag. So we'll sell this strike fund, gain 2, put it on the bottom, use these free credits as well. We have like more money than you can throw a stick at. And I think we put the hush somewhere. I think we put the hush on HQ. Because we're going to be quite click compressed next turn. I'm going to get rid of the Lago because we know that they're on retribution, and if I lose this patchwork, I'll be a bit upset. All right. So, to me, that's a reversed accounts. So we kind of have to go and get it. If it ends up being a Czechis Scion, then we're like busted anyway. We don't actually need to patchwork here, so we're not going to. Like this. Yeah, I definitely could have done that, Shenchling. I think we're probably just going to take about a gajillion tags here and lose. But there's also a chance that this is a Bologna. It's a ubiquitous Vig. Well, we're trashing that, clearing the tag, installing an echelon. Remove a tag, install the echelon. Do we die to anything if we go down to... No. So let's get rid of... We should put the Chishishka at the bottom. But I just want to get it out of my hand. Okay. We've got all our breakers installed, so now it's just run events which are an issue. The issue of that issue is that we have a lot of run events. Well, we have enough run events, and most importantly, our win con is run event based. If they ever score, if they score a second of these, we've kind of lost anyway. But yes, please. Steel skin, yes, please. Draw 2 cards, put it back on the top. Okay. Bang card's potentially good. Dirty Laundry. Yeah, I mean, right now, Dirty Laundry is looking pretty bad in terms of the card. Luckily, we can just use our run events to we'll use our run events to get like to trash them to patchwork. Okay, so whatever this is, I probably want to move the hush across because this feels like it's going to be either a ping into like Checkers gives us free tags no matter what. So I could just run first click. If it's a ping, we could bounce 2 credit. It will put them on 2 credits, which if I run first click, I can clear all the Checkers tags unless this is a ping. If I move the hush and I run it, then I can't clear all the Checkers tags. I'll end up with 1 Checkers tag no matter what. I'm going to move the hush and run. I feel like the ice that you put here has got to be doing something mean. Either that or they're just wanting to make this look more protected. Going to be a checklist. Here we go. Oracle. Okay. We can remove that. I want to keep this in hand. So we'll just trash the raindrops. We will not put it back on the bottom and we use these 3 credits. Okay, well they can't public trail us, so that's good. Okay, luckily our plan is to play like multiple Chishishkas in a turn. So we're going to like do 2 Chishishkas, clear a tag, wait for them to respond. We'll run HQ in a minute and find out what this ice is so we know which one to put a hush on. Oh, look at Dirty Laundry. That's going to be bad. I think we run HQ first click. I guess maybe installing the K2CP turbine first. But maybe we can force them to res like a Messner Chestville or something. Essentially, I've been playing with Hush for almost a year now, and I only just realised that you can move it around for a click. So many people haven't read this full card. They don't realise quite how powerful it is. I see so many like no thank you. We'll just okay, well we'll break this before this turn. We'll break it for very little soon. Yeah, so many people don't realise that. It's hilarious. They're probably starting to get a little bit flooded. Yeah, here we go. We could go back. I'd love to go back with the Dirty Laundry, but I'm not going to for obvious reasons. We might put the Echelon at the bottom of our deck. And then we'll run HQ again. No thank you to taking a tag. Off-world. Now we'll draw, and we're going to lose 1 with Mystic. Oh, it's going to be a Shushka. That's a shame. So maybe we pan the Mystic. We do have enough money that we can just get rid of a Mystic now. We'll trash the Mystic. I don't want to lose. Like, if this was any card but Shushka, then... Or maybe the Labor Rights, then I'd probably not do it. We get offload. That's fine. We'll draw. And we'll just take a credit. We don't need to do anything here. We're going to hit them with 2 Chishishkas next turn. I think this can go. We just want to be careful about like not running the bin and taking an Oracle think tank without the clicks to clear it. because they're probably on 3 of these. Okay, they take some money. What do we think this outside ice is? We haven't seen much influence yet. We've seen retribution. Pretty rude. They have one... Right, so this is perfect time. So, something about this deck you should know. It's the most powerful Shushka is when they have, like, no cards in hand, or 1 card in hand, because all of a sudden, like, they don't have a choice anymore. We will patchwork a... I think we patchwork the Buzzsaw, put it at the bottom. BCP gives us a tag. That's fine. Starlit Night. Mildly annoying. No thank you. So we can move the Hush here, which will save us like a couple of credits in terms of like stopping this end the run, because it's gonna have an end the run every single time we go through it. Instantly you see our money like get drained because we got rid of our Mamie, which is a problem. And we can't play our Dirty Laundries. The nice thing about Shishka as well is that it turns off, it flips Hashiko the other way. Oh, I wish I'd drawn that first. Always draw first, kids. Which when you're into the end game and you don't want to be losing a credit a turn, is actually pretty powerful. Icing Archives, that's fine. We're just going to draw. I think we will install Steve. We're going to need like to get money back off all of these draws. So we'll do this, we'll Steel Skin, drawing 2 cards, putting a Steel Skin on the bottom, getting Steve. We'll draw once, we'll take a credit. The win is probably there, Tenchling. Almost definitely, in fact. Strike Fund. But I want to be sure. So this is a trap or an NGO. What's on the bottom of our deck now? Let's just trash it and find out. There's a Steel Skin Scarring. So we'll draw the last of these. We'll put the Steel Skin back, I think. We're going to put the Echelon back just in case they do anything silly. We're going to get back... the problem is we actually need like a bit of money here. I wish we still had the Mamie. Maybe I should have just taken the risk. I'm going to play this like slightly slow. Okay, we instantly draw into the Chijushka, which we could play this turn. Maybe we should just give them once and then we just run archives. The win must be there then, right? Surely. Like, we've got 5 points. We just need to make sure that we access with... no thank you. With 5 credits, which actually we might have to take a credit first. Oh, even better. Oh, putting back... I forgot that we had the Steve. Putting back both the Sure Gambles was such a mistake. Well, we'll take 2 strike funds, and then we'll play a strike fund and we'll run the bin. Player Strike Fund. Run archives. Mess in the chest though. We'll break that. And there's the win. Boom. So we could have checked it last time. I just didn't want to check it too early because they're on Oracle think tanks. And maybe they're only on one? Because this is like quite a wild. Like, it looks like they're on 3 off-world, 3 BCPs, 3 orbitals, and then maybe 1 Oracle. Yeah, kind of wild. Angelique? Yeah, I mean Augustus is still on an Angelique, so but this is very different to Augustus's deck. We've got Tattoo Bowler. We have B1001s, which that could have been an issue, but there wasn't anything on the board which could have been a B1001. But I potentially should have respected this in a I potentially should have respected this in a better system program deck, because if they're not playing B1001, I don't know what they are doing. Dane, you might have to send me your deck on Discord because I don't think it will give me the link because of nonsense. So far, fists are fun. You know, doing 4 fists in a time seems pretty good. But one thing, so there's a few things that this deck really wants, and there's like a little laundry list, and it's all card slots of an issue. It would love some HQ multi-access. Like it could play a single legwork, or twinning is like you've only got 1 mystic, but maybe that's just enough with the fact that we do, once mystic is down, we can use it a lot, just so when they discard 4 from R&D, we normally know that it's a good time to run HQ. Okay, outfit. We have Bankar in our opening hand, so we're just keeping this. Like, because this is our best way of challenging early outfit ice. And we only have 1 of these in our deck. This is like a tech piece. We'll keep it. Unfortunately, we've also got all of our recursion. If they're on wake up call, we'll be sad as long as we don't trash anything. Because we're going to go like Bankar, Buffer Drive, Mystic Mamie, run last click like an absolute legend. Probably. Maybe just run Archives last click to be safe. Wild. Okay, so probably Lady Killer. This is interesting. I wonder what is in their hand. Lady Killer, we've got to be a bit careful of Punitive. But I still think we do this play. It's whether we risk running HQ or R&D. So maybe we can put these 2 down, run HQ, and then as long as we don't steal anything, then we can put down Bankar. Fine, Magnet, not a problem. I just wanted to get the Mystic down early so that if we did steal an agenda, then it starts ticking up. We have to like find our draw pretty fast in this matchup. Luckily, we've got a ton of it because we only have 1 K. Oh yeah, I forgot the Lady Killer's on this. That's our one. That's our one Bankar. Okay, we have 2 Laborites. This is going to be an issue. Luckily, their remote is a bit jammed up. Diesel's great. Lago's great. Let's see what we see. Lady Killer's not on Wake Up Call as well, is it? Punitive. Expected. Oh, but they can get rid of this with their under the buses as well. Fine. Okay. They're probably on the version which has 3 under the buses, which is very good into us. Alright. Let's draw. We could Diesel, but I think we save that for next turn. I think we're just gonna like strike fund, gamble. So we can draw once more, right? In case we get a dirty laundry. That's good, but if we run into a trebuchet, it's going to be really painful because we're going to lose our buffer drive. So we'll just go like this, reset our Hashiko. Yeah, now drawing the buffer, like installing the buffer drive early actually feels a bit bad. Like we could pop the buffer drive to get the Bankar back, but I don't feel we're quite there yet. Yes, please. Gamble we'll put to the bottom. Draw a strike fund. They install advance. So I think we need to challenge this. We might be about to lose some of our rig. Let's find out. If it's a data loop, then that's the best possible situation for us. Okay, that is fine. Apart from the fact that we're probably not going to be able to get in this turn. Is there a chance that we get into HQ in terms of we shush give them? Because we need to get some like really early pressure here. This was this deck playing NGOs? I think it might have been. Okay, still no. We could install Fenris and just run HQ. Probably not great for us. I think we want to flip Hashiko, so maybe we run and then we'll install the casts. We know they've got punitive. Could be an issue. Could be an issue. We know they have a punitive. They probably don't have double in hand, so I think I'm going to install the casts and take a credit. And I think I survive a single punitive. Well, I survive. Like, there's no chance they can double punitive us. Is my theory right here. We've got 12 in a link. I just don't think they have it. And if the first one hits these strike funds, then that could be like a nice surprise in terms of maths. I guess if I have exactly too big to fail plus 2 of them. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Yeah, so installing the daily cast, we did get punished. We got punished pretty bad, but at least we didn't put down the DJ Fenris and lose it to above the law. Well, if we weren't gonna lose our Bankar anyway, we were gonna lose it there, so I guess that is a thing. Should probably put my face there somewhere, really. Okay, they're on 5 points, which is terrifying. And they're on 2 bad pub. Um, Luckily we have a diesel. We're going to draw one. We're going to draw another here. We'll trash that. We'll put that data laundry on the bottom. Moshing is amazing because we just need to find stuff so fast. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Can't ask for a better moshing than that. We put strike fund on the bottom. Okay, we still can't get through this border control, and we won't be able to next turn either. There's a chance that we go Fenris, Cheshka. Maybe put down the Buzzsaw. Like, I think the only Ender on ice that they can res right now is potentially border controls. If this is a border control, that's annoying. But it's probably a magnet, and we saw a magnet. So I think we just need to like super put on pressure. We don't have enough clicks to get in here if we find a cleaver. So I think going this way is the better option right now. If they res a magnet, it's really bad for them. If they res a Valanchow, I think we get through with credits. I think cast was probably the least valuable resource there. Yeah, probably. Almost definitely, actually. They're letting us in. I guess this could be a spin, which would be a shame. The question is, do we actually run archives or not? We know they have one punitive still in hand. So if we rip 3 points here, is that okay for us? Got steel skin in hand. I think it's fine. But we probably don't want a dirty laundry for that reason. Let's keep ourselves flipped. Well, we hit a spin doctor, which is great. They got rid of a punitive. This could just be the win. Wow, it is just a win. Wild. GG. Oh, no, it's a red capture. Okay. Um. Oh, right. It's just a hostile. No problem. All right, we're going to draw one card next turn. We can diesel first click and draw into our cleaver, which means that we can then get into the server. They're on 3 bad pub, so they can never advance red captures. They can now res this HQ ice, which is annoying. No, I don't think so. You still have a click. They draw. Okay. So they don't have it quite yet. We could try and land this. Seems risky. Let's see if we can get set up first. Okay, Hush for the border control is actually pretty good. We could just put down an echelon and try and shishka. Anyone got any idea how much it will cost us to break a trebuchet? This will be at 2 strength. It'll be 2 boosts, 6, 7, 8. This costs 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. Shishka costs 3. No, we don't have quite enough. I also probably want to put the hush out before we run any more of their stuff. Could just draw again. Let's look in R&D. Data loop? Fine. We'll draw one. We draw a Bellstore. Do we put down the echelon? Yeah, I don't want to get too click compressed. I mean, they can just score out for the win here. If they drew into a hostile. We know that they've got data loop in hand. I think that's all we know about their hand right now. They draw one. Yeah, no patchwork yet. No cleaver. And a turn one Bankar, which I thought was going to be the bee's knees, and immediately got thrown under a bus. And potentially in this matchup, because it's going so fast, we should have buffer drived it back. Like immediately, and maybe we buffer drive it back this turn so that we draw it with Hashiko. That's likely maybe a data loop. It could be just border control. This looks like they've drawn into a hostile, right? So if so, we're already too late for Bankar. Hmm. We could. I forgot. No, we can't DJ into Quetzal because we are Anarch. That's a shame. I think I want to keep the Hush. It's good against almost all their ice, and I want to stop them getting more bad pub. So we could Moshing the Steel Skin, the Dirty Laundry, and probably the Shushka. Putting the Shushka back on the bottom in case we do get to that point. I think this is fine. Do we keep the Dirty Laundry actually? Is there any chance we put the Fenris back on the bottom? Let's draw two. Okay, we've got a cleaver now. That's something. It's a bit late, but there we go. We'll I think the Fenris is too slow. We'll put the Shushka back. Okay. We could install cleaver run HQ. We could install cleaver dirty laundry HQ. We could install cleaver install turbine. Still have to boost the echelon. If we run HQ, but we still have to boost the buzzsaw as well. Yeah. Pretty gross. Are we paying 5? Are we able to break? I think we're able to break. Yeah, just about. Let's see what they've got here. Oh, yeah, it was the magnet. At least that's easy. Unfortunately, they're now at 4 bad pub. Spin Doctor. I kind of want to trash it just to stop their draw. Can't go back here. Oh, I can't go anywhere. I've run out of flicks. So we've now given them 4 bad pub, unfortunately. Okay, they're not scoring this turn. That's good. Still no patchwork. kind of too late for the patchwork anyway. Especially as most of the strike funds are in the bin. Okay, I'd love them to not ice R&D. Chances of that are unfortunately not great. We could early labour rights this turn, and we probably... what are we labour rightsing for, though? Just more draw? Interesting. They haven't found the other hostile. That looks like they found a city works. Because this is the data loop, and they are just going to push out city works next turn. That does give us one more turn to do stuff, potentially. I would have loved that to not be there. I mean, nicely, we can, if this is the data loop, then we can turn it off with Hush. So we just need to make sure that we can draw enough. And let's see what we see to start with. We've got 5 bad pub, feels pretty decent. Okay, red capture, that's a great one to rip off the top. We'll go again. We only need one more red capture. Under the bus. Could kill this Lago, but don't think we're too worried about that. I think they're going to push out City Works next turn, which means that we can hush. Is it better to hush the border control or to hush the... Depends on like whether we're clicks or short of cards. Maybe we labor rights for just... Let's see what we get. Add 1 card to the bottom of the stack. We'll put the labor rights to the bottom of the stack. And then I think we just draw into... Like draw, is it just diesels? Diesel, steel skin, something like that. Now we draw a patchwork. Thanks, deck. I think gain a credit here is the only thing that makes sense. Next turn, we put a hush, we run, we bottom 2 cards. We're going to draw 1, we're going to draw another. We'll draw 1 off Hashiko, we'll draw 1 off Lago. We're going to have 4 cards in hand. And we've got Steel Skin here. So if they go for the City Works push, then we're fine. And I feel like the only reason for them icing up here is if they have a City Works to push. Because everything else they can score from hand now. Oh, well, we're not going to get our Lago draw. That's a shame. We're going to get another bad pup, though. Oh, interesting. Can we run HQ for, like... I think we can run HQ for neutral credits. Playing patch lets you keep turbine when hushing. Lets you keep turbine. True, I had forgotten. That we don't have enough MU for the hush. And so this looks fun. Okay. Let's draw into a... Ooh. So, 6 bad pub. It costs us... Valenchow. It costs us 5 to get through here. So we could install... do we install the patchwork? Is it worth it? Or do we just go twice Can we go twice? We run this for free. I think we can give them 2 credits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we don't even have to give them 2 credits, but sod it. I think it's double Chichishka and then we raindrops the archives, right? That seems decent enough to me. We can fully break if we want. We kind of might as well. We're not going to spend a credit on anything else. This is where they res like a former carry. Yeah, I feel like we probably should rip the win off here. Yeah, the 2 go from hand. We can go again. And then they also need to like exactly top deck the win. Because we know that they don't have it in hand anymore. Although we kind of should like they wouldn't have anyway. Okay, 8 face downs should be enough. Let's find out. It is not 0 agendas, which means really high chance of them just drawing one of the red captures. Wow. Yeah, we've actually like made it easier for them to draw into the stuff which they want. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. GG. We actually drew them perfectly into that. Thanks for the game. I mean, sometimes it just happens. Losing our Bankar like turn 1 really, really hurt there. Um, and like not finding like I mean we haven't found yeah, that one really went your way. Okay, what time are we on? It's probably time that I have to call it for tonight. But quick overview. We'll go back to this view. Yeah, I've got some ideas. I have various versions of this deck which I've been playing around with. Um, I'm sure we will do some tweaking and uh, I think I might put out an actual VOD on this because I think it's actually an incredibly fun deck. It's had a pretty good win rate for me. Um, Most of the times I've lost, it's been like a pretty dumb misplay. Uh, like not just double checking that the server wasn't a Regenesis before I hit like 3 Chishushkas against PE. Those kind of dumb misplays. But there's like definitely a ton of fun and when you can land like multiple Shishushkas, it feels pretty grim for the corp. Like really does. Uh and you do get to a point if you're going against a deck that's maybe a little bit slower or isn't putting on quite enough pressure, like you just get to the end of your deck so fast and then you rip through them with Chishishkas. Uh, it's not like tier 1 competitive, but it feels like decently tier 1.5. So, yeah, I think that's probably it for this week. I probably had some news which I've forgotten about. We did talk about the North American uh, circuit, which sounds like a lot of fun. There will be UK news coming very, very soon when I'll be able to tell you a little bit more. Oh, and one last thing. Um, Obviously, I've been playing around uh, with Tech Tree Arasana because, I mean, who wouldn't after that video from Andre? Uh, but I'll just straight up give you a sneak peek at what I came up with. I took Andre's shell. Uh, put this together with the king the other day. My idea was like, if you're playing Nobkari, and you want to do the class act thing, which is like, I want to put stuff at the bottom of my deck so that I can install it with the world tree, then we can play Buffer Drive and Audrey, and then because we've got Audrey, Imp, Nobkari, then we've got that kind of engine going. Turns out that that's really, really disgusting if you can get all those pieces down. If there was influence, and maybe there is, but if there was influence for like a cookbook, you just don't really have enough other things to go with it. But Izzy's also been playing with World Tree Arasana, but aiming to more Makua. Yeah, I think more and Amakua is like pretty sick. Also, there might just be a good enough version which just plays Lilypad. It's just like, you know, we all know that the busted consoles are the Anarch ones, generally the case. But otherwise, yeah, this is like a lot of fun. But my word, is it a brain teaser? It's like this deck, you know exactly what you're gonna do, and you just smash through your deck, and then you go bam, 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 bam. This one, every turn, about 7 times, you're thinking, do I need to do this? Do I want to do that? By restriction is so tough. Yeah, like MU, we found MU to be tricky. Really tricky with this. It's kind of why I was like hoping that we could lean a bit on Audrey, because then we've got a breaker that uses the virus, which is like a better breaker than Amakua most of the time. The worst thing actually is the fact that there's not very many good like 0 cost or even 1 cost hardware that you want to install. We did throw a Mache in here for a 1 game. We immediately took it out. Yeah, and that's it. Like the best thing that you can do once you've got the world tree down is sell your SMCs from your hand for other programs, and like you need a lot of MU for that. You need, because you've got 2 for world tree, you need 2 spare just for the SMCs, and you've probably already got like a Trojan or something like that out at a time. Anyway, lots and lots of fun. I wanna try a version with Flame Out and Mayfly, mainly because I love Flame Out, like great shaper card. It only really works if you're playing stuff like Mayfly and some of the like uh mathematician breakers. Um, but yeah, maybe that and like free compiles or something like that. Uh, yeah, I definitely want to try that. I know Andre said he tried that and he didn't like it so much, but um, I just think like 9 credits on a card, that's so good. It's like so good. If you can find ways of using those credits, then that's ridiculous. Right. I think that's it for today. Thank you all for joining. I hope you all have a great week. And yeah, I'll see you later. See you next week.